everybody, it's your girl Ashley Simone and welcome to my channel. Okay, so we're already into brows. What I'm using there is the Morphe micro pencil in the color Java. Um, I'm not going to give too much of a detailed explanation on brows. Just watch and kind of see what I do. I don't put color in the front of the brow though, and I kind of fade them out toward the end. The tail end should be the darkest part of your brow. Ladies, your brows do not have to be perfect, but they should look related. So here I'm just going ahead and I'm going to clean up the brows with my Milani concealer in the color Pure Sand. Love this concealer, very smooth, very easy to use. I normally use a Morphe M141 or 143 brush. It's rounded on the top and it's very small, easy to control. I'm sorry, it's an M421. I would definitely tell you to invest in that brush. It's very easy to use and it will allow you to get a better control when you're shaping out your brows. Take your time and just pay attention to what I'm doing. I'm just going back in, filling in, and just getting the brows to how I like them to be. Okay, so I paused it right here so you guys can see that I don't start in the front of the brow when I'm shaping them. I move it over a bit just because I want to avoid a boxy brow. Nobody likes a boxy brow. Doing it again, froze it, and then I started right there as far as with my brows. Take your time. Make them look even, please. Also, just a quick tip, you can take the color from the ends of your brow and kind of push it forward toward the front with the back of your spoolie on that micro pencil. That's why I love that pencil, just so that you avoid making the front of your brows too dark. Okay, so here I'm going in with the Real Technique medium shadow brush, and I'm just going in there and patting in that concealer. I'm doing it very slow, but I'm just patting it in to make a very smooth consistency. You want your concealer to be as flat and as smooth as possible before you start to do your eyeshadow, before you start setting anything. Okay, so I'm just adding some Laura Mercier primer to her skin just so that I can have a very smooth foundation for my foundation. If you don't have primer, you can use a moisturizer. Just make sure it does not have SPF in it, which is sunscreen. That will create flashback. And we know everyone hates looking like a ghost. We all have those pictures in our past. If you don't, I do. So take it from me, you do not want anything with SPF in it. That goes with BB creams too. So just make sure you're looking out for that. And I'm using Juvia's Place matte foundation in the color 310 Burkina. Just be very careful with this foundation. It's a very full coverage foundation. You do not need a lot of product. If you know me and you know my work, you know I hate cakey makeup. I like the skin to look like skin. So you don't have to use a lot. This a little bit goes a long way with Juvia's Place. Also with color matching, ladies, please look at your entire body. Your face can be lighter or darker than the rest of your body, and you want your face to match your body. That way you won't look like a ghost or too dark, orange or anything like that. Look at your whole body when choosing a foundation color. Okay, and then I'm going back in with the concealer. This is the Milani concealer in the color Pure Sand again. And I'm just highlighting the portions of her face that the sun touches, which would be under her eyes, the bridge of her nose, and her forehead. I do put a little bit on the chin, not a lot, just because we're going for a very everyday natural look today. So I didn't want it to be too highlighted. Then again, I'm going back in with that Real Technique brush, and the medium shadow brush is a very fluffy brush, and I'm just going in there and I'm tapping that concealer into the skin. I'm not rubbing it in. And that's with anything that I do. I don't rub it into the skin. I tap it in there. If you rub you will make your makeup streaky. So you definitely want to tap it into the skin. And again, you don't have to use a lot of product. Take your time with this because, again, before you set this, you want this to be as smooth as possible. So I'm just going back in a little bit with the Milani concealer here, and I just want it to be a little bit brighter. So I'm just tapping that in. So I'm going in with that same foundation brush, and I'm just smoothing out the edges of the foundation. That way we have a nice cohesive blend. Didn't put any extra product on. That's just the same foundation that was from earlier. You do not have to add to it, and we're just going over those spaces, going back over the concealer, and just making sure everything is smoothed out, especially under the eye, because that's where it tends to crease a lot, and I don't want to set it with any type of wrinkles. Okay, so I'm going in with the Crayon Case Blush Binder. I'm using that kind of brownish reddish type of shade, and I'm just popping some blush right on her cheekbone, above her crease, just because I don't want a very dramatic look. I want it to be very soft. So I'm bringing that blush kind of upwards to her face to give it some color. Okay, so this is the Morphe 8R That's Rich Face Palette. I'm just taking the lightest color at the top, and I'm just going over that blush to kind of diffuse it out a little bit. It was a little bit too reddish for me, and this is an everyday look, so we're just going to kind of diffuse it out. Then I'm going to her forehead, and then also contouring her nose. I bring that contour all the way up to her eyebrow, to the front of it, and down the sides of her nose. Please be careful when you contour to make sure the bridge of your nose is very narrow. If you make that too wide, it will make your nose look bigger, and that is not flattering. Another tip, ladies, most palettes are multi-purpose. So I'm taking that same color and I'm just using it as eyeshadow today. I'm just taking it and putting all over the lid of her brow from the sides of her nose, and just blending it all together. I'm not doing too much. If you don't like eyeshadow, you could stop at this point and just go ahead and set your face, your entire anywhere you have concealer. But if you do like eyeshadow and want a little something up there, this is where you add that pop of color. Because I'm a little bit of extra, I'm just going ahead and popping a little bit of this white gold pigment from Jlarue Cosmetics and just putting it in the corner of her eye and then along the lid, just to create some type of definition. I like color and bold looks, and so I always got to add a little pizzazz to my natural looks. Like I said, this is a step that you can add or take out, and then I'm just going back in with that same color and diffusing out the ends again. Okay, so this is the Black Radiance translucent powder in the color Banana, and I'm just going over all the places where I put concealer, and this will basically blur out any imperfections and also set that concealer in. Basically, if you use any type of liquid or cream, you're going to want to set it with some type of powder to avoid having your makeup run. I do not bake. It causes your makeup to be cakey and is really unnecessary if you don't use too much product. Then I'm going in with my Morphe continuous setting spray, and I'm just spraying her face to the gods. As you can see, now her skin her makeup looks completely like skin, and that's the goal. Foundation is supposed to mimic skin, ladies. Just please remember that. I added highlighter, but that step is completely unnecessary. It's just your preference. It does kind of add like a dewy glow to the skin, even though we've used a lot of matte products. So that's another little kind of hack on how to get a skin-like finish using matte products. It's just add a little shine, not too much. All right, so that I don't have my baby sis out here looking like a baby bald eagle, we're going to go ahead and add some lashes. These lashes are from Lash Pro University in the style Seduction. They are 25 millimeter lashes. Please hit my girl up, Malika Dudley, because I absolutely love these lashes. I use Duo Lash Glue. It's in the green bottle with the brush, and I put it directly on the lid. This will secure your look. Do not put that glue on the lashes, ladies, because your lashes will not stick. Put it directly on the skin. Wait until it's almost clear, and then pop them lashes on. They will not come off, I promise you, and you will not have hair loss, tearing, or anything else that you may get with hair glue. This next step is completely up to you. I'm just going in with my Black Radiance liquid eyeliner, and I'm just going along that lash line and just adding eyeliner up there. You can add a wing if you want to, if you wanted to make it really bold. This would be the point. I like eyeliner because it makes eye a little bit more dramatic. And also, if you don't have your lashes on, lady, straight and they're kind of a little crooked, you can kind of disguise it with a little bit of eyeliner. Okay, and you can go ahead and add black eyeliner on the bottom if you so choose to. However, she is a person that doesn't like when I'm in her waterline, so we didn't add any today. As you can see, the look is pretty much finished only because she only likes lip gloss. But you can go ahead and add lipstick to this look if you do. I would suggest using a lip liner first, and then applying the color. But that will be in my upcoming videos if you have any questions on how to apply lipstick. Also, I'll have a video coming out soon on how to do your eyebrows specifically. But please like, comment, and subscribe. This is the end of the video. This is the final look. Please give me some feedback on what you would like to see next and how I did today. Love you. See you soon.